So it took a couple of weeks for me to stop bleeding, and that was hard too. Even though, I had really dealt with the emotions and I had gone through my mourning process, which again was different from everyone's. Um, it was really hard every morning to wake up and have blood. And very hard every time that I went to the bathroom and wiped and there was blood. It was just this like constant reminder of the death of Nugget. And that was hard, the constant reminder. I was just ready for it to be over. I was ready to not be bleeding anymore and to not have to wear a pad anymore and to not have to deal with it so closely anymore, I guess. So that was good. Now, the great thing is, my husband and I are still practicing and we're still very excited about making babies and having babies, and I'm still feeling very encouraged that we're going to be able to do that. Although I'm a little scared. I don't want to rest in that I don't want to rest in that fear, but I wonder what it's going to be like whenever I get pregnant again, and if I'll be a little worried, that little voice in the back of my heart saying, well, you don't really know what's going to happen. And that's true, you really don't. I remember during my pregnancy, I kept having feelings like, oh gosh, what if it's not true? I kept having to take pregnancy tests because I just thought maybe it wasn't even true. And then I thought, well, gosh, what if one day we go take the ultrasound and there's nothing there? And what if we've told all these people and there's really just nothing there and it's just been this big lie? And sure enough, it started to feel like a bit of a lie to me that I was pregnant after I had the miscarriage. I told you that I had saved the amniotic sac, and so I opened it. And it was really cool coming from someone who loves science. It was a really cool experience, quite honestly. And the tissue, the thick tissues that would come out, it was really interesting to see how vascularized they were, and how just full of, again, vascularization so that the baby could get nutrients and the blood could pass through. It's just an incredible process that the body is able to do. It's definitely something to be celebrated. But the sac, I expected to find a fetus in it, and there was nothing. And that really surprised me. Like I really thought that I was going to find a fetus, and I wanted that. And instead there wasn't. And as I've done more research, there's an option for that to be what's called a blighted ovum, where something happens at the very beginning and there just really is very little development at all, if any. But yet your body continues to support the pregnancy. And perhaps that's what happened with me. But I really felt cheated, actually. I felt like I had been given a gift of being pregnant and helping to make Nugget, that when I opened the gift, the gift came too early, but then when I opened it, it was empty. I feel like I got an empty gift, and I was really upset about that. God, why would you give me an empty gift? That doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you give people dreams about us having this baby and then us not have this baby? And why would you make me excited about having this baby and all the time and effort I put into helping it to grow in a healthy way, and then I get nothing? I don't even get a little fetus to see that there was anything there. There was nothing. And that was really hard for me for a while. But what I came to notice about that was that the more we talked about it with people, especially at school, the more, and I'm sorry this is shaky, I'm holding it, everybody had so much love was poured out over us every day, and truth about Christ and encouragement. And it was just incredible about how wonderful people were. Even people who didn't really actually know me very well at school, if they overheard the conversation, they just wanted to hug me and love me and give their condolences and their encouragement. And it was so sweet, and it filled me so much with joy. And which I know can be strange and a sad moment to have joy, but the cool thing about this is that there are very few times in our life where we get to experience firsts. There are very few times. And certainly being pregnant for the first time was a first that I was very glad to have. And certainly this miscarriage was a first. And what I've appreciated about the process is the ability to enjoy all the different emotions and feelings that have come along with this, and to enjoy the growth process, and to enjoy what has done for my relationship with my husband, and also my relationship with God. Pardon me. So all the love has just been amazing. And I kind of have to end with that, probably. It's been a really amazing process and a really beautiful opportunity. And I'm very glad to be able to share it. And I hope that even though it's a long story and it's shaky, that it can be helpful to you and give you some encouragement and some ideas as to what is happening or may happen. We are going to wrap up this video with a lot of love to anyone who watches it. My heart to anyone who has started growing a little life and wasn't able to bring that life to earthly fruition. Encouragement that your little life is with God, able to be there daily, worshiping and loving and enjoying eternity without ever having to step foot on this earth. And what a wonderful thing that is. You are blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed to have been pregnant and to carry your little nugget or your little bean. And I know that in the perfect time, we will all bear fruit. We will all have babies in our perfect time. Sometimes that time takes a while. And sometimes we look at that time, that space, and we call it infertility. And I just want to say that we don't get everything in the time that we want. I know there's so many things that I wish could have happened sooner than they did. And some of them still haven't happened. But just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean that it's wrong. So just because we haven't yet made a baby or had a baby, it doesn't mean that the timing is off. So I'm going to believe that God's timing is perfect, because I believe that He is perfect. Therefore, I believe that everything that He orchestrates is perfect, including me and my ability to have a baby and make a baby and carry a baby. And I will continue to believe that when His time is right, and only He knows, then we will have a baby. And if that doesn't happen for me, then I have to also trust that that is His perfection as well. And enjoy the life that I live every day to the fullest with the people around me that love me so much and that I love so much. And again, we pass our love on to you, and God bless you. Feel free to comment, feel free to connect, and take care. Bye now.